Detroit is reinventing itself in real time. A city once written off as a symbol of decline. Bankruptcy, abandoned factories, skyscrapers standing empty, is now in the middle of a construction surge worth billions. The rebirth begins where Detroit meets the water. For decades, the riverfront was hidden behind factories, fenced off, and left to rust. Today, it's being rebuilt into a 5.5-mile continuous riverwalk that rivals the best waterfronts in the world. Engineers are reinforcing bulkheads, pouring concrete seawalls, and weaving flood control into new landscaping that doubles as public parks. Pedestrian bridges carry people over old rail lines, linking neighborhoods to the water for the first time in generations. What was once a backdrop of warehouses and barbed wire is becoming a ribbon of plazas, promenades, and terraces. In 2025, the final segments extend west, transforming an industrial edge into one of America's great urban waterfronts. It's not cosmetic. It's megaproject engineering hiding in plain sight. Storm drains under playgrounds, lighting and utilities built to withstand floods, and pathways designed for tens of thousands of daily visitors. Detroit's riverfront now stands in the same conversation as Chicago's, Toronto's, and New York's Hudson River Park. Proof that a city once abandoned can deliver a world-class front door. From the water, the transformation moves inland. Just east of downtown, one of the boldest infrastructure experiments in America is underway: the removal of Interstate 375.
This is I-375, and they're going to be filling it all in, leveling it out, and connecting downtown to the east communities.
Built in the 1960s, the trench carved a scar through Black Bottom and Paradise Valley, once thriving neighborhoods, and left downtown Detroit walled off behind a sunken interstate. Now, at a cost of nearly $300 million, crews are dismantling it. Bulldozers are backfilling the trench, rerouting utilities, and replacing the expressway with a surface-level boulevard stitched into the street grid. The project requires precision, keeping traffic flowing while unbuilding a highway in real time. Few cities have attempted anything this radical. Boston's Big Dig and San Francisco's Embarcadero removal are rare comparisons. By 2025, the first stretch of the new boulevard will open, unlocking 30 acres of prime development land and reconnecting the city's east side to its core. For Detroit, it's more than traffic design. It's a test of whether America can undo mistakes at megaproject scale and build something better in their place. But Detroit's reinvention is not just about public space. It's about reclaiming the symbols of its past and rewriting them as the landmarks of its future. Looming over Corktown, the Michigan Central Station tells that story best. Once the tallest rail station in the world, it closed in 1988 and fell into ruin. For more than 30 years, it stood abandoned, windows shattered, ceilings collapsed, its grand waiting hall filled with graffiti and wild trees. It became the single most infamous symbol of Detroit's decline. Now, after a $950 million restoration led by Ford, it is rising again as the centerpiece of the Michigan Central Innovation District. By 2025, the main hall will be restored to its original Beaux-Arts splendor, filled not with train passengers, but with researchers, startups, and labs focused on electric vehicles and autonomous transport. Surrounding the station, 30 acres of new construction are being turned into offices, makerspaces, and testing grounds for mobility tech. The rebirth is cinematic. The building that once announced Detroit's collapse is now the headquarters of its future. Few megaprojects anywhere on Earth carry this much narrative weight: history, architecture. From symbolism, we move to scale. Just across the river in Windsor, Stellantis and LG Energy Solutions are constructing a $4.1 billion gigafactory that will anchor Detroit's EV revolution. At 2.8 million square feet, the plant is vast enough to swallow 48 football fields. Inside, it will mass-produce battery packs for hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles every year, supplying brands from Jeep to Chrysler. The factory will employ thousands and begin production in late 2025. But its impact extends far beyond jobs. This single site positions Detroit as a central player in the global EV arms race, matching Tesla's Nevada Gigafactory in scale. For a city that gave birth to the automobile, this is more than another industrial facility. It is a megaproject engine for the 21st century, proof that Detroit can still lead the auto industry, not chase it. Across the river, the Gordie Howe International Bridge towers over the Detroit-Windsor corridor as one of North America's boldest cross-border megaprojects. Stretching roughly 2.5 kilometers with an 853-meter clear span, the longest for a cable-stayed main span on the continent. The bridge carries 6 vehicular lanes and a toll-free multi-use path for cyclists and pedestrians. It connects Interstate 75 in Detroit with Highway 401 in Windsor and includes massive ports of entry, 4 new I-75 ramps, and pedestrian bridges and local road upgrades on both sides. The design features no piers in the water and twin 220-meter towers with embedded public art and light features. Originally budgeted at 5.7 billion Canadian dollars, ballooning to 6.4 billion Canadian dollars amid delays, the project began in 2018 and is now slated to open in fall 2025. When operational, it promises to reshape trade, transit, and connectivity in the region. And above it all, the skyline is changing. Downtown, on the site of the old Hudson's department store, a $1.4 billion skyscraper complex is nearing completion. Known as the Hudson site, its main tower will rise over 680 feet, one of Detroit's tallest, alongside a massive podium filled with retail, events, and cultural space. For Detroit, this project carries deep symbolism. The old Hudson's was once the second largest department store in the world before it closed in the 1980s and was demolished, leaving a void in both the skyline and the city's identity. In 2025, that void is filled with glass and steel that looks forward, not back. From its observation deck, visitors will gaze over the reborn riverfront, the glowing Michigan Central Station, and the cranes of a city building at mega-project scale. Just as the Renaissance Center once defined Detroit's comeback in the 1970s, Hudson's is poised to become the new landmark of its 21st century rise. For decades, Detroit was the cautionary tale, the city that fell the hardest. In 2025, it becomes the blueprint, a city proving that with enough scale, enough engineering willpower, and enough vision, even the deepest scars can be rewritten in glass, steel, and concrete. The Motor City isn't just back, it's building megaprojects that can change the future of American cities. So the question is, which of these projects will define Detroit's next era? The riverfront, the boulevard, the reborn station, the Gigafactory, or the skyline's new giant? Drop your pick in the comments and subscribe for more megastructure deep dives.